Let's see. We are live. Hey, everyone, if you're watching this later, nice to catch you. So I'm currently trading my PA account from Apex. I've took this one up to 58k. So we're doing all right at the moment. The plan is to not go crazy at all today. If anything, it's just about being really selective with the trades and looking to just get some builds up a little bit. Today I'm currently $208. Oh, no, $263. Sorry, let me just check that. Yeah, $263 up on the day. This is the 10th day of trading for this PA account, which essentially means today is payout day, right? I can successfully request a payout window opens and starts tomorrow, which is great. It'll be my first actual payout from Apex, so it's a good thing. I'm quite pleased about that. So today is just really about trying to slightly build on where I am from my current position. So let's see what we can do. Caught some nice moves on the job claims. Price came back up here, and then I just shorted. Done a couple of micros, got out near the bottom. Then I shorted at the VWAP. Got out here. Probably should have and could have held a bit longer, but decided not to. Again, it's not worth going crazy. It would be risky for me to start going trading this like an evaluation. So for now, I'm just trading anything that comes that I like the look of. I'll have a go. But until then, I've got my coffee. By the way, Apex has just opened up a new deal, basically, which allows you to get 80% discount and a 1-day pass, and that is for 14 days. Actually, there's 14 days that's going to run for. So there's 10 days. So from tomorrow, there's a payout window. So if you get an Apex account now, you will not pass and be able to generate the 10 days trading time in this window. So realistically, you'd be aiming for the window, which would be the 1st to the 5th of April, if you pass any evaluations. So I'm going to be certainly getting myself a fair few evaluations, I think. But for me, it's just making sure I get my first payout, nothing crazy, and then I'm in a good spot. Interestingly, I've kind of realised I've flip flopped between a few different firms. I've gone with Elite, I've gone with Top Step, I've gone with Apex Trader Funding, and they're all different, right? Some will be end of day, some will be static accounts, and some will be trail and drawdown. Apex is pretty much just trail and drawdown, and so I've kind of realised there's a specific way that they need to be traded, in my humble opinion, and the way in which they should be traded is scalping, really, in and out. Don't hold on for too long, simply because it goes against you. The only difference to that, I would say, is if you've built a buffer. Like you can see here, down here, that's eight. That's well, from 50,100. You've got to build a buffer first. You've got to get to 52,600, and then you can take a withdrawal. The only problem with taking a withdrawal at that level is that you're gonna be essentially right at that buffer, right? So you'll have like, you won't have a lot to work with. Maybe $600 you'll have to work with for your next 10 days. And so I don't think it's a great idea to just take it to that point. So because I had to trade for 10 days anyway after the past evals, I managed to take this one to 58k, which is great. It's built me a nice buffer. So I'll request a 2k payout, which will take me back down to about 56k, and then I'll continue to build on that. But in and around that, I'll be working with the evaluations, right, so that I can I don't overtrade the PA account. And the process really ought to be, for anyone who's thinking about this, is to build the evaluations, try to pass them, try to build an amount of PA accounts, so that you're in a position where your aim should be $200 to $400 per account per day, ideally, which is very possible, easily doable, I think, in my opinion. you've got a lot, specifically on the 50k accounts, you've got a lot of micros and minis to trade with. And there's something else that I think is important as well. When I first started trading these accounts, I was very aggressive with minis. So I was just trading minis, one, then two, and I scale in, right? So the way I try to trade is I focus predominantly on an area of value, somewhere where I think I'm expecting a reversal. And as long as my conviction's right, I will continue to scale. I don't use stop losses. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but my risk management is really the evaluations, right? So I'm happy losing an account because I've paid for the account, right? And the way I think about it is, well, if you've paid for the account, that's a realized loss essentially because you've paid for that account. So whether you win, lose, or draw, that's debited out your bank account and that's gone, right? So I'm never going to lose any more than that, irrespective of what I've got, because these are just tokens. They're not. It's not real money until it's realized, right? When it comes to these profit firm challenges and accounts. So, um, I don't trade with a stop loss. I focus predominantly initially, as I say, on minis. But what I've found much more beneficial is trading micros and scaling in. Um, because obviously you'll get 10 micros to one mini, which means that when you kind of if you trade the way I trade is you'll find that area of value and you believe it's going to go the opposite way, and so you'll keep scaling until such time that it goes against you. That's the only time I'll do a forced mandatory stop. If my TA is not being where I thought it would be. But you've got to love these Apex trading the value. You've got to just, I mean, there's companies out there, and I know there's different ones. I just find it hard to beat Apex trading, trade the funding. They are just they made it really really easy. And honestly, I shouldn't say this, but you don't even need to, you don't even have to be a great trader. You just need to be able to know how the system operates. And if you can do that, more than likely you're gonna get a good opportunity. At the bottom here, let's see what's going to go on. We've had some sell-offs, haven't we? So we had the initial sell-off, a little bit of a reprieve, relief rally, but the VWAP is acting now as a nice a nice limit absorption zone at the moment. So we'll see. We've got the open in 10 minutes. Sorry, 20 minutes. Feels like it wants to go down. We've got liquidity here. We've got the second standard deviation on the VWAP and then the third standard deviation, but there hasn't been enough volume to really expand the standard deviations. So I am expecting more to happen, more volume really to come into the market and really try to expand those. I just don't want to go long at this stage. If we come down to the weekly VWAP, I might be interested because that weekly VWAP has acted as a really nice resistance. Let me see if I can get that over a bit. Each time it's come to the weekly VWAP, it's really acted as a springboard. Even down here, okay, we have the deviation where it springs down, a bit further here, but ultimately it acts as a nice buffer. So we'll see. But the news that came in wasn't great, was it? Retail sales were less than expected, and so I think if it could break, right, and it could go further down. But if we look, let me just take this off a second. One of the things I always like to see is on the daily. Just shift out a little bit. We can see this is the first day, right? Second day. We haven't the moment we opened in Asia, we've literally just sprang up. There's no wick or tail on the daily at all. And usually what we say is look at the daily candle first, right? Look at where if it wants to go down, it's going to go up first, right? Makes sense. With the news, I do believe it's going to be a pretty much a down day. Maybe even come as low and try to take the weekly low, which was printed on Monday. So kind of overall move, I think is probably going to be lower. We've came up. Obviously it's an inside day currently compared to yesterday, but I'm probably anticipating that this is going to go lower. But we've got to see how the open respects and comes in. Don't forget to hit that like, gang, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. Feels like it's building its next volume shelf here. Anybody else trading today, by the way? I think the market's just waiting, are they now at the moment, just to waiting for the open. What I'm hoping for is that markets rip up, take the liquidity here, and then I think they'll rip down. Obviously, we're not here to guess, but that's what I'm going to be looking for. Just don't want to let it go higher at all, do they? I mean, can you imagine if you're, on these push-ups here, you're thinking price is going to go back up again, and then you're seeing these big, large candles, nice fair value gaps and imbalances in between. You're in a bit of pain right now, aren't you? So, the way I look at the markets is I'm always thinking of where's the max pain delivery, who's going to be in most pain and how do we flush them out. And so, even here you can see it's just getting completely obliterated, really struggling to even come up. It's just we're too close to the open now, but I feel like going short. um, these little wicks of liquidity down here just to claim it, they're just stabs, right? They just open the like a little paper cut to then open that cut a bit further each time. But I'd like to see how we react down here when we come to the weekly VWAP. To be fair though, we've had a few boring days, haven't we? I think Monday was a relatively low volume day. I think Tuesday we pushed down a bit, but then pushed back up. Wednesday was a bit of a better day for sure. Fundamentals drive the market, right? So we need the news to kind of give us an insight. This whole journey with Apex though has been an absolute blast. I've got to say, it's took me enough time to pass the evals though. I mean, I've passed evals in the past, but I haven't changed the way I've traded, and it's been a bit like going super aggressive on the evaluations to pass, and then trying to take that same mentality into the PA accounts, and it's difficult for a number of reasons, mainly because of the consistency rule. I mean, I'm 8k up on this 50k PA account. However, day one, I banked $1,786 or something like that, and what that means is you have to take your highest day, right? Which is, so if that's 1700, if you divide that by 0.3, it will tell you what your total balance is, what it needs to be, and it was like 55,800. So I knew even from the get-go that I had to take that account at least up to 55k. And obviously you've got to trade for 10 days when you pass a PA account, so it's not just you get paid whenever you make money. You've got to trade relatively consistently and stay within that consistency rule. But luckily enough, I had a few days like that. I had a 1700 day, I had a 1600 day, I had a $900 day. I think the only day I took a loss was an $86 loss, but actually that was that was $1,000 loss at one point. But managed to kind of stem the flow and bring it back to $86 loss, which wasn't too bad. It just meant that I was able to kind of just take that loss. That wasn't a problem. And then the next day, I think I went like $400 or $500 profit, and then 3, 4. So it's it's good. It's been a good journey, and I feel like there's a point at which you become a little bit like understanding of how don't trade your system, don't trade your strategy, trade their system, right? Understand what their systems are trying to guide you towards. And very much with ATF, it's very much a system that you game by just scalping. There's no reason to go nuts trying to hold these, waiting for the high of the day or session highs, session lows, previous day highs and lows, and they're trying to hold that for however many hours to try and get where the liquidity is. I think find the position where you think there's an area of value and you expect a reversal on that and play that. That's the best way. Just aim into it, scale in if that's how you trade, and then take your profit and wait for another setup. I think it's much more difficult to try and go for those big Hail Mary ones on these trade and drawdown based accounts. Oh, look at that smackdown. That will have been a big order there to push that down. Beautiful discount code at the moment, 80% off 1 day pass. That's actually until the 27th of March, so really good deal at the moment via Apex. I'm probably going to load up, I've got to be honest. Now that I'm due my first payout with Apex, which I'm absolutely over the moon about, I'm now going to start loading up and get to the point where we can try to trade multiple accounts. I'll be taking a $2,000 payout tomorrow, which is the payout window. But I'll absolutely be gaming for building on name accounts, because realistically, there's no reason why that one single account can't be 10 accounts or 5, maybe, just to start with. And that $2,000 is actually a $10,000 payout, just doing the same as what I'm doing on a single account, just by copy trading. So that is absolutely going to be the way forward, I think. And you see there's many YouTubers, by the way, who do it. Alpine Traders one. Trades by Matt is another one who you see. He's just got a $40,000 payout by trading 20 accounts and just aiming for $200 a day. I'm already at $268. I've only done 2 trades today. I haven't even... I'm trading micros, by the way. One micro, scaled into another micro, and then I think I'd scaled in again. I think the biggest trade was 4 micros in for like a $200 move, and then another one. It's really not. I don't want to say it's not that difficult, because that's not a good thing to say. But what I'm saying is, if you know how the system works with Apex, that's all you need to do. Focus on $200 is your minimum. $200 times 10, which is your 10 days, is $2,000, right? That's really all you need. But if you plan to build a buffer on that, which is really what you ought to be doing, continue to keep going there. Maybe aim for $300-400 a day. Here we go. 3 minutes from the open. I always like to see if I can scalp a move when we come close to the 3rd standard deviation. So you might hear me be quiet for a bit while I focus on what's going on. Let's go. This VWAP's acted as a nice resistance at the moment. Where's the liquidity? It's here, isn't it? I'd love to see it come up to here. That would be great. I'll be shorting its ass from that point for sure. Up to the London high. One minute to go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get the short ready. 30 seconds to go. Just on micros here. Single micro. +4 on the bid. 15 seconds to go. Let's come up to the second standard deviation. Not much of a move from the open. Oh, difficult if you're doing the open range trade. Not yet, anyway. Little setting of the trap. Everyone going short at the moment, and I don't like it because that means for me, you know, look at the volume, who's coming in. I'd be surprised if price doesn't come up and take some liquidity before it starts coming down. That would be a bit of a surprise to me. Okay, going for the second standard deviation to the buy side. My flip bullish for a short period. Let me just get the ask ready. -4. It's not a big move for the open. I'm surprised at this stage. Still time. Okay, we got the second standard deviation. Here's the weekly VWAP here. Damn, would have been a nice entry there. Or not. Okay, let's see how it responds to the weekly. If it comes down to the third, I'd look for a buy because I think I'm expecting at least some push up because there hasn't been any liquidity generated to the downside at this stage. I think this is probably an initial trap to get everyone thinking it's going crazily short because of the previous news. You know, a couple of wicks here shows a little bit of buyer strength coming into the market for sure. But it's early doors, only 3rd minute in. Let's see. It's a nice bit of aggression there. I do think it's going to go up. I would like it to come down a little bit more. Just to push up. Usually I'm well in by now, by the way. But just because of the safety net, I'm not going to be going too nuts at this stage. I'd like price to come down a bit more. Ideally to the third standard deviation. That would be a nice place to enter because I think, yeah, we've seen some sell-offs. We took the liquidity below, but you know the volume there is not huge, right? So it's not a big liquidity grab. I think if anything, I'd like to see price come up to here. There we go. Keep pushing up. Nice push, that. Very nice push, look at this. Wow. So here's the market makers, in my opinion, now. Really pushing the price up, because I think price will and should probably end down, because it wasn't a great day for the news. So hopefully our patience pays off. I'm annoyed because that second standard deviation, we tapped it and then, didn't get in again. Should have, could have, would have, blah, 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 blah. It's only taking the liquidity here though, right? Buyers have, this week, buyers have really stepped in at this weekly VWAP. It's been a really nice place to target. I'm debating going long because I think price could try to come up and claim that liquidity before a move down. It's too slow on the uptake. Go long here. I think it's going to take the liquidity higher. Starting to see some pushes, nice pushes up. Aiming for somewhere around here. But the VWAP has been, a limit to the upside, right? And the weekly has been a limit to the downside. So we are in a bit of a position at the moment. There you go. Not trading with any great value here. Just more just to get some trades in, build on the daily number. See if we can take this liquidity here. I'm gonna get out there. Feels like I just starting to stall a little bit. And it's taking the liquidity here. This would be the place though, because that's the news, right? But don't need to hold for any length of time, do we? We're not trying to trade or make any great money at this stage yet. $289 up on a day at the moment. 4-0. Wanted to come up and claim this liquidity, that would be beautiful. And then we're short. Short buys for the day then, because we haven't taken any liquidity at all to the low side. So this is one I'd probably hold for a little bit, but I need it to come higher. I'll start scaling in as well. This liquidity might have been enough. Let's get the bid ready. 4 bids above the ask. Sorry, the bid. 4 ticks above the bid. But VWAP again, just completely saying no. You can keep coming back down. But buyers are eating it up. Big number. 220 contracts. That was fuck. Some big money coming in. Now there's a tug of war. So who will be the victor? Really struggling at that VWAP. Needs a big push to be able to push up higher. But if not, it's gone, hasn't it? It's really struggling right now. But this is acting as a nice little bit of a mini absorption zone here. Not anymore. Going short. Scaling if I need to. Buyers keep stepping in though, don't they? You can see it. Would have liked to have had my entry slightly above the VWAP, if I'm honest, but we'll see. Wow. absolutely slammed it back down. There's very much a seller's market at the minute. You can just feel it, can't you? You can see the buyers getting it up at the minute. Trouble with this market, it can change on a dime, right? It just can change. It kind of feels like it still wants to go up and maybe claim that liquidity, but you know, theoretically, it's got the liquidity here with a couple of wicks. So let's see. I just don't. The reason I think it's short though is I don't like the daily candle. The daily candle is currently showing no wick to the downside at all, and you know, usually whenever we have a direction, you want to see at least some liquidity taken. Asia just popped straight out, went to the upside, and then you know, London the same. No one's taken the liquidity from the Asian low, which is where is it actually? Let me see. It's here. Well, actually, Asian low has been taken, but no one's taken London low. Currently $330 up for the day. I feel like I'm going to hold this one a little bit. Wow. It's just one mini, one micro, right? But you smell blood. Currently at the second standard deviation, so I'm expecting, yeah, buyers stepped in a little bit there. That's enough for me to get out. At this stage, $342 up for the day. But you have to respect the buyers coming in there. You can just feel it right at that second standard deviation. Second, you know, look at what I've done there again. Came right back in. Wow. Fuck you, buyers. Who gives a shit? So where's the third standard deviation? I might maybe consider going long, but not yet. Absolutely not yet. So let's flip the script. Let's go -4 on the ask. What a lovely, 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 lovely move. Right, where this is the previous day low here, right? So let us see how this plays out. Don't want to get caught out on a absolute forceful current to the downside, so we're just going to wait and see a little bit here, see how we react. Previous day low 18,281. What we're waiting for now is a little bit of exhaustion, right? The volume starting to slow down a little bit, and the candle sizes to be representative in that same way. Well, here's the previous day low, just over 6k in volume. There you go, previous day low targeted. Wow, we've blasted so far past the third standard deviation. Should have held that trade. What a dick. Where's the next? Well, there's the previous week low. and there's the next liquidity zone down there. So quite a way off yet. Don't go in at the first buy. You know, that's the trap. Well, the buyer stepping in thinking price is going to go up. Always the trap. Don't try to catch the falling knife. Yeah. What have we gone from? How many points is that? 151. Biggest kind of sell-off I've seen recently is about 213 points. So, oh, you don't want to get caught in this. This would be horrible if you're longing at this stage. But there's always some sort of a reprieval, right? Let's see how long we've got. 30 seconds. Volume is definitely starting to drop. So just be patient. And know that if you go long here, right, you've got to have the conviction to try to stay the course. Not yet. The art here is knowing when to go long, right? Or even do you go long? I mean, with a move as strong as this, you know, I wouldn't anticipate a golden pocket 618 move. I wouldn't even anticipate a point, a 0.5 move. Maybe a 382 is probably the best you're going to look at before it continues down. So we'll see. But volume is definitely dropping here, and we are at the third standard deviation. So I'm going to chance a little buy right at this point. If it wants to come down and give me a little bit of a nudge. A little bit further. Okay. This is a time when I'd probably be happy to take a loss with a forced stop loss. But any move here is a small move, not look to hold on, at all for any length of time. Got to be honest. I'm sizing again if we come and touch the third standard deviation. I will cut my losses at $100 maybe, something like that. We're going to see a big strong candle. You'll probably find that actually second standard deviation will act as the resistance. Sellers aren't done yet though. Just gone in with another 2 micros, so I'm currently 4 micros in. Trick here is trying to stay as close to price action with the move as possible, really. Take $100 if it comes back. Oh, it's too slow. Yeah, too slow. Keep going. Higher, 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 higher. Push. A little bit more. Nope, not yet. See if we can get to the second standard deviation. That'll do us. $485 for the day. That'll do us. That was about $180 move. The lesson here, by the way, is just when price is coming down like that fast, obviously paying attention to volume, right? And as volume is starting to slide away, having the conviction and confidence to think about the location of where you want to buy. Don't just look at the price. Price just tells you one side of the market. You've got to also look at the volume. What this starts to mean is when volume's starting to wane, it means that sellers are starting to step away. They feel like they've done enough to move it. And I'm annoyed. I should have held on because I was in a good position. But I'm more thinking that when we get a big move and a sell off like this, it tends to just bounce between a second and third standard deviation. And so that was me kind of mentality there. But can't complain. This is my 10th day trading day. I'm at 485. The goal was $200, so I'm way above that. So anything now is a bonus. I'll probably cut my losses no matter what at a minus a $200 profit. So if I do decide to continue trading, I'm playing with house money as far as I'm concerned. I love days like this. I just feel like you can really, you know, when you see the sell off, it's experience, right? You've got to know when to kind of get in and when to get out. And by the way, I've been on so many moves where I've gone in early, too early, and price just doesn't. You know, there's a way you've got to wait, right? Really wait. Look at the volume. The volume is the clue. Um, Seeing when buyers are stepping in or if sellers are stepping away, that's the key, really. And on this initial phase here, this rundown, realistically, when we started kind of here, where did I get in? That was the first entry, just at the middle of this blue candle. Second entry was at the bottom of the blue candle, and third entry was just here, right? So that's a nice grouping of buy orders. We got out just there, close to the second standard deviation, $170, something like that. Not bad at all for a 3 minutes worth, let's just say. I'd like it to continue going down. Interestingly, I'd really like it to come and get below the weekly low. That would be great. We'll see. Good, good. Keep going. Beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see. Keep coming down. Wait for the opportunity. Volume starting to come back up again. So is this the place to start longing? No, absolutely not. You normally know you see a big reaction, like a trap that's been set. And so when the trap sets, you see, quite happily that you'll see a move that mirrors the opposing move, which is really where you want to be, because then you can kind of see that a lot of volumes come in, traders have been trapped, price is going to skip away and hopefully try to liquidate those positions, be someone else's exit liquidity. So we are looking to potentially buy, but we want to make sure we are at the ask -4, just to give us that little bit of buffer. Don't get caught with the spread. That price continues to come down. You can see the response there on that volume. It was, less. So we don't trade yet. But today's been a good day. See now potentially nice wick. This could be a spot to go long, but not at this stage. Sorry, short. Yeah, long. My bad. But be wary of the fake out, right? Because obviously we're going to have some trapped traders here. But the volume is relatively small, so it's not a huge amount. And usually when we're bouncing between the two, the second standard deviation usually acts as some form of a resistance. But we could see a bit of a move up higher here. Oh, don't know why I'm on 8. Jeeps. I'm thinking about going long here. Have a stop loss so we know exactly where we're getting out. Let's come down a bit and let's get in there. Let's go there. I want to see it really push up, take the liquidity here, that would show that theoretically we could start riding up again. It's been a nice deep move, so I think there's a lot of liquidity that's been taken out. I was wondering if we was actually going to go lower and try to take the weekly low. I'd look to scale in if it comes back down to the second standard deviation. Do you feel that difference now? Like, it was very easy for sellers to push the price down, but now it feels much more resistive. Um, you, it's hard to explain, but you just feel it, right? You can feel that kind of, I'm not saying that the sellers are done by any means, but you can feel that kind of, well, more so that sellers are probably stepping away, and it becomes a bit easier for buyers probably. But you get a sense for that. You can kind of feel it, the way the market's driving and moving. If it takes the liquidity here, we're in a good spot, I think, because potentially price should start to weave in and out, maybe create some sort of a bit of a bull trap, right, where you think price is going to continue to go higher, but we're not bothered. I mean, right now we're in a spot where I can think, just above $500 for the day. Even if it got out here, it wouldn't be a bad move. I just think we've got a little bit more to go. And actually, if we do get above here, there's not a lot of resistance. There's no volume shelf here. So hopefully, let's just say, price should start to skip once we get past this move here, if it can get past. So about here. No, not yet. See, sellers know that if it gets past here, there's a high likelihood that price will continue up. Which is why it's become a little bit of a tug of war at this stage. The safety net in me says close the trade and just take the win. Yeah. $516 for the day. Do you know what? Today isn't about taking risks, genuinely. I'm on day 10. So it's just looking like it's taking the liquidity just above here. Sell price is just way, way, way too strong at the moment. I just love days like this. I love trading on days like this. Looks like it wants to roll over though. Or not. See, there's very little way of resistance up this leg here, so I'm going to be watching the weekly VWAP and the daily VWAP because right now they are quite close together. So I probably suspect that that's going to at least act as some sort of a resistance. Yeah. Been a really good day today. I wonder if I can get my account up to 39k, sorry, 9k or 59 in total from a 50k account. It's possible. Well, it's not just being stupid. It's day 10, right? Currently 500 and how much? $516 up. I'm seeing how the reaction lies here at the weekly and daily VWAP both together. I think that'll provide some sort of resistance. We'll see. So we want to be on the sell. We want to be on -4. Actually, we want to be on +4 ticks for a sell. Price looks like it wants to come to the VWAP. But it's acted as resistance here, right? Bang, bang. Little bit of a deviation above the VWAP. And now it's approaching it again. But, you know, off that kind of a sell-off, price is not going to go down forever. So you always anticipate to move back. That's probably about 618, I would have assumed. There's 618 right at that VWAP as well. Or the weekly VWAP, let's just say. So let's see how we react here. Tempted to go short. Hopefully it doesn't get front run. There's nice volume in this here, so I would have thought that's probably going to act as a safety net, right, for people who have gone long. Have you made profit today? If you are watching, and I think there's only one person watching, by the way, we've really got to try and get that up, right, with the content. Um, but if you are watching, if you are that single person supporting the channel, thank you, my friend. Are you trading today? Have you made bank? What is your trading style? Let's have a conversation. I will even give you a shout out on my 5 views. How's about that? See this here? So you can see as the move, I'm just going to extend this a bit. This is the move here, right? Volume, very low, but still, you know, in proportion to the length of the candle. Second candle, not far off the same volume, but much less of a move. Third candle, again, similar, less volume, less volume. This is what this is volume spread analysis, right? This is a way to kind of look and think, okay, well, what's going on here? Well, ideally, you got to think it's either buyers stepping away or sellers stepping in, and you know the fact that it's a bullish candle, but the volume's getting lower is realistically probably sellers are stepping away, right? Sorry, buyers are starting to step away because they know they're getting close to that 0.5. They're in the discount zone of that move, right? And so that's always a good thing to be thinking about. I say that I don't know why I didn't go short because I've only just looked at it now. So it's post analysis. Well done. That's not, you know, I should have gone short, but it's only it's only 5 candles, right? One, sorry, 4 candles worth. So you got to be careful with that. Go short. Damn, missed that by a tick. We're in. We're only trading micros right now. Not here to take big trades today, guys. Just literally looking for scalps. Don't need big money. We've already made the target that we need. Just kind of, you know, playing the game a little bit. What will the pullback look like here? Okay, let's go another contract short here. That's what I'd love to see. That big rejection. Commitment for buyers stumbled. Just move these out the way because I think price probably wants to come back up a little bit. want to see this. I expected this would come quite far down if we break through here. There we go. Beautiful. Keep coming down. And again, big push down. Is this a trap? Could be. Let's take $45 off the market. It doesn't matter. Don't want to be caught out by a trap, you see. And this is, $560 for the day. It's all good. That's all we need to do. We don't need to be nuts. See, now this is a trap, right? So obviously you've got sellers here who've been pushing the market down. Nice big strong candle. A lot of pain here now. Difference is you've got to try to look at this in the way that is thinking, where would max pain be delivered? But that's not to say that sellers aren't going to step in. But just you look at the way the candle's forming, big strong, what, 2 seconds to go on this candle. So very much you think that could be a trap. Wow. Forget the trap. Maybe that's a trap to the bull side now. So quick update on where we are. 50k evaluation we've taken to 58,367. Round of applause. That's been good. Today is day 10 of the 10 trading days. So as of tonight, when that gets captured, we'll be taking that payout for $2,000. That'll take us down to about 56,300, which is great because that means we can build up from that again. I'm going to use a lot of them funds to wade in on the Apex evaluations. Absolutely get some more evaluations through the door. Try to build the PA accounts up, and that's the strategy, right? That's it. You don't need to be a great trader. You really don't. I'm not a great trader anyway. I don't think. I just think I've got enough to be able to work the system. I've got to say the last 10 days have just been good, very good trading. Nice pin back. Okay, what are we thinking here? Price is stalling. We've had the big sell-off. Prices come back into just underneath the weekly VWAP. Okay. But while I'm here, I want to just there's a trader I've been following for a quite a while now, and inspired me actually to go live. I've learned a lot from this particular trader, and it's not that he's the best trader in the world, and he'd probably be the first one to admit that actually. But like him, neither am I. Um, but I think he has a way of understanding how the different systems work, right? And particularly Apex Trader Funding. Chap's name's Alpine Trader. Sorry, Alpine. I don't know what his account name is actually, but it's Alpine Trader, I think. But he's awesome. Very. When you watch someone, if you go live, um, what you want from someone is complete and utter authenticity, right? Transparency, wins, losses, showing your account balance, all the stuff that you want to see, because trading's not easy, right? It's far from easy actually. And there's a level of YouTubers out there that you don't really get to see the ins and outs of how they trade. They may show some live trades. They won't really show the losses. I don't know, but there feels like a new kind of swathe of YouTubers who are coming into the to the space with sincere transparency, right? And I love that because I can get down with that. That's the kind of thing that I like to see, because even the top traders out there who don't show their losses and stuff like that, there's a lot of losses going on, right? Because trading's not a win. You've got to be able to manage your trades. You've got to be able to show your trades. But more importantly, when you're trading, everyone knows the emotional state that you can get into when you are trading, when things go the wrong way. And that is amplified tenfold, hundredfold when you are when you're losing, right? And so, what I love to see, and the way Alpine kind of does it, is he's honest, and if he's had a bad day, you see that he's had a bad day. You feel the emotional state of someone, and that's the transparency that you want to absolutely see 100% in someone. And so, the guy's gone. I don't know how long he's been doing YouTube, but at least over the past 3 months, he's just gone, crazy. And that's I want to just say a massive thanks to all what he does, because he's a bit of an inspiration, to be honest, and it's fantastic to see. It's just fantastic to see. So, if I can emulate 2% of what he's done, he opens himself up, explains, answers loads of questions all around how he approaches strategy within Apex Trader Funding, which is for me the number one um, prop firm rather. I think it's great. And so if you ever get to see this, Alpine, I just want to say thanks ever so much for that transparency. So we're at the VWAP. Let's go. What we got? So this has historically acted as a deviation, right? A little move up and then a move down. The problem I see right now, though, is we have some very, very good volume that's taken us to that point. And so you absolutely imagine that this will be defended. So I'm not too entirely sure right now that I would want to go short just yet. We'll see. Having said that, it's looking like, it might want to come down again. I think I'd like to see the weekly low taken. That would be nice. What day are we on? Thursday? It's weird. Normally, what you tend to expect, because we've been super bullish week on, week out, you normally get Monday, Tuesday slash well, actually, normally it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the low of the week, and then price, will come back into the range Friday. So this week's been a bit strange. Monday's been low, then Tuesday was low, Wednesday was low, Thursday is low. So maybe tomorrow might be a bit of a bullish day because I don't think I've seen a week in NQ where day after day a new low has been created each time, lower than the previous day. So I would probably bet that that would be a first week in a while that would occur. So we'll see. I feel like it's going to come past this VWAP. I expected a little bit of consolidation around there. You've got the weekly and the daily VWAP right at that same point. But it's a nice retracement from that move for the downside. It's took the previous day low, so nice liquidity move there. But further down was the weekly low, right? And so I was wondering actually whether it would come down as far as the weekly low, which is this orange dotted line. But if we look at how the day has performed in terms of the sessions, let me take this off. So you can see here very well. I would argue actually Asia pretty much not so much consolidated, but how many points is that on the Asian range? It's less than 80 points, right? So it is consolidatory. And so London really is just completely slammed down, right? Took out the previous day low. Where's the high for the day? It's up at that 18,505, which is actually the high, right? The all-time high for the Nasdaq. I don't anticipate it taking that. What it might do is take London, which is around the 18,428, if price wants to continue up. But this 3348 would close the gap essentially. But my bias is completely short. I don't think I'd want to be going long at any time soon. So, it's interesting, isn't it? Let's see. What's the retracement from the move here? but it probably will. That's that sell kill zone. I am debating going short if I'm honest at some point soon. Volume's getting lower, right? We've had an uptick here, but we found a lot of support. Sorry, resistance. And we've also closed the gap from this move down here. This this is an order block here. So I'd like price to come into there. That would be nice. Trading micros has been a game changer for me. Pretty much been trading minis and scaling in with minis, and the moves are big moves, right? And I'm I'm not going to deny it. Helped me get like $1,700, $1,500, $800 on from day one right through to about day 5, I think. And then the kind of panic mode sets in a little bit, right? Because you think, okay, wow, I'm above the threshold for your PA, but then it's like, okay, well, how do I trade this now? And I thought I'll go micros, and then when you're scaling in at a point of value where you think price is going to reverse, what you find on micros is when you're scaling in, I always try my kind of strategy is to try to stay as close to price as I'm scaling in, because when you're building in, when you're staying close to price as it's moving away from you, markets don't go in one direction. Yes, of course, you can get that move that'll just expand, and then you've got to just take that on the chin, right? If it's a loss, it's a loss. But more often than not, you get that kind of buffer where it'll thrash through a zone, but then it'll come back down. The sellers might step in if you're going short, as an example. So by staying as close as you possibly can to price action as you're scaling, remember this: as you're scaling in, your commitment goes higher. And so it doesn't take much of a move to respond to get you back into profit. And if that move in the zone where you expect reversal to happens, then that can be a huge move, even on micros. And so that's why I like how the Apex trader funding works. It's a way in which I've particularly found success in that. And so what it's got me thinking now is, even on like, do I just stick to micros? I'm on $586 for the day. That's way above what you need daily, right? You can get away with $200. That's good enough. And still be, still make your bank. So it's really good. Hmm. See that orange candle there? That is a form of absorption. So that's where limit orders are preventing price from going any further. The volume is high, but the price doesn't represent the same in terms of volume. So you can kind of sense that that is where the buyers are saying, no, we've had enough. Now it's time to move up. Oh. Do you know what? I might be done for the day. $560 is fine, I think. As I say, today was not about taking crazy risks. Today was just about getting a trading day in right. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go and make a quick cup of coffee. Nice back. How are we doing, guys? What's the market saying? Quick coffee stop. Keep your adrenaline up. A little bit of consolidation occurring here. I feel like a bit of an head and shoulders patterns occurring here. Let's go 4 ticks above the bid. Nice push. See the thing, yeah, as price is doing this, right, you want to try to stay as close to price action as possible. I just see it trash through that liquidity there because there's a lot built up here. But that might be a liquidity move for a move up, so I'm gonna anticipate that. I want to see a move down, take the liquidity here, I will get out. Nah. Push, big push. And another one. Keep going. Big push. Big push, big push, 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 another push, 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 beyond, 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 beyond. That'll do. $660 for the day. Not too bad. We'll take it. This is not about trying to get the maximum. It's just about scalps in, scalps out. That puts me on $58,488.54, which is $8,488.54 above the pay. Well, minus $100, right? I feel like that camera's too close. Is that any better? Yeah, I think so. I'd like price to push up to that order block there. feel that's where price is going. But it also looks like a bit of a head and shoulders pattern there on the 1 minute, doesn't it, as well? So price could bottom out. Is anyone currently taking any evaluations? Has anyone bought any of the evaluations from the
So long as the evaluations on the teams of the skills and then the last two 27 minutes to replace definitely not those this afternoon. The shot. So I just ready to go. Same. Let's see this from the camera. Fastest straight with this price actually. It's just to straight with this to So that was the place to look into that. Temperature, let's try. So short rest. Think it was that price is going down, like, because people are so working, and then this camera's looking right. Just as much rain than this camera as it was in this. So, things appear to look too simple to train. Don't take the trains. Because that's the key. This is always a motivation, like, to know that. I always tend to go short, I've got to say, but I'm really good at that actually. I'm really online. Because hopefully it is higher. It'd be nice. So there's no injection. This is the session through 2 hours to go. And then for the PM session. So intelligence here. See about coming on right online. So what you do? Well, thank you a few times right for audience value. So yeah, she's just to the this day. It's the previous high. It's the session high for London. Right? So let's see. But on a day like today, I can't go long. Can't go long. See how things stay high, things stay low, and it's afterwards a stay low. it was tap test 3 times. Well, here's the key. Items and learning so yeah. So I'll anticipate that this is included. So that goes on your thing. That's a market stripe I am. I'll give you the shows a bit later on. Interesting area about it. So let's have a conversation straight away. Something that shows and it's difficult to anticipation usually it's the CRA so that see what the scale here and the first reflection down here first reversal down here as well so naturally assume price if price is going to go down remember let's just strength over a second they have taken so when you have this wick, you have this wick down, you know, taking the low for the previous day low, which was raised candle, previous day high here. So it's difficult to come out negative. Retail sales will go in than anticipated at least. Growth. Less than what the anticipated. So that was the negative spin. Thinking, okay, well, what's the main driver for liquidity? Well, this was previously low, so that's gone now. So maybe prices want to go higher. I don't know. So it's difficult to trade sometimes. That's a trade the show that's open. Chosen injection of liquidity. Definitely not showing the sun, is it? You can remember the reversal trader and I look for extremes, which are targeting nothing like targeting the likes of the standard deviations. You can see here absolutely through the third standard deviation twice. You can see a bit here, got out there. Then we have deviation for second standard deviation. So then got out here. Then up here, the kinds of close to people saying, "Oh, you got so much." That's short of there, short of here, there. So when started here, I went so bit short of here, but I was literally fairly trains about style of cinema. It's a trunk to go floors. I think it's a brown shirt. Just left like that. Just trying to show it. Give it to me. Try to stay as close to place as soon as possible. I just miss that. That's it. Still. Feels like there's a bit of scene, but yeah, so just try to stay close to place actually possible. It's subsolate them we straight short come out. Tell us right. So at this stage, my mindset here now is about control. Really trying to ensure that price wants to too far away. And we come into profit, like those right now. Like this. 2 far away from place actually right now, but more so listening to the sort of too far in terms of to the trade. So now we're just about being able to say, well, unless comes in, you should say, cheer right. Shall I think I feel some push back down and give me a bit of a green one? steps over some barriers. Just like shares. To less of it. Deviation of both too strong to push your right, so when to take this loss. Just over that as a it's a ritual. Feel strong. See what it does. Strong. You're close up then. Feel the strength from the bones. That's insane. Sweet. Push down, come here. Should go straight to that. Too much of this push down. And comes down. It's right. So it's 50. It's roughly right. Nice will. Nice, 22 seconds left. That's two. Six siders up. Which left side was okay. Would say that. You should have reduced that. Definitely take it. I'm like, trade. So we're not sure. However, he's one of them. Enormous others. Here, the liquidity here, about low. they might, six, $12 more than to finish it all right. So we get, don't think just a lot have a 666 uh, started to change to that right, to that right six. Just a number doesn't listen to the quality that's left with the I think so. So we're going to get it. So just just continue down. Just to the outside. So about sellers with them. Shows that feels like it was a clue, right? But there's a lot of those here fighting for algorithms and tell sensor. Total I am $670 in the road. 15,500 for the 10 days. Which is my first payouts today. For extra info, which I am I think I am going to sign up today. Thanks everyone thanks everyone now. And I shall see you in the next one. Peace.